U.S. is once again pulling out of the UN Human Rights Council during another Trump administration. I spoke with an expert from the University of Dayton about what this means.
We're not going to sit on the council, right? Because we have a seat on the council. And so that means that no one from our diplomatic corps gets to participate in the review of other countries.
The UN Human Rights Council holds member countries accountable to human rights standards. One way this is done is by every country participating in the Universal Periodic Review. The U.S. is set to be reviewed later this year, which can still happen even though it doesn't hold a seat on the council.
That every 4 years, governments have to come before the council, report on their record, and have a dialogue with the international community about its human rights abuse.
Dr. Preuss says this withdrawal reveals a picture about the U.S.'s relationship to international bodies and should be taken into context with the other areas the U.S. has withdrawn from, like the World Health Organization.
By withdrawing from the UN Human Rights Council, the Trump administration is reaffirming its stance that it doesn't want to live up to its obligations under international law, that its partners cannot trust it to be a member of the international community, and that it's going to put what it sees as its national priorities first.
I asked Dr. Preuss if changing international relationships so drastically, even with allies, is typical for any administration.
No, there's nothing normal, healthy, or safe about threatening allies like Canada or Europe or the Ukraine here. The extent to which this is a deviation from bipartisan approaches to U.S. foreign policy and U.S. international relations really cannot be overstated.
Dr. Preuss adds if the U.S. doesn't participate in the review, it would signal it doesn't have to be accountable to human rights norms.